Today we are on board the Celebrity Edge, the very first ship in Celebrity's Edge class. We're going to take you on a deck-by-deck walking tour to check out everything that this awesome ship has to offer. If you like ship content like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button below. Let's go check out this awesome ship. We are starting our tour up here on deck number 16. Now we are more towards the back of the ship. And this is one of the smaller or the smallest deck on the Celebrity Edge. As you can see in front of me, we do have the walking and jogging track here. Now I'm going to pan across the pool deck to show you that the walking and jogging track actually is elevated. So you go between decks to actually create the loops around the ship. There's not a lot of other ships that have a walking and jogging track quite like that. Up here on deck 16 right now, we do have the magic carpet. The magic carpet does move up and down the ship's edge. That's a place where you can hang out, grab a drink, and enjoy incredible views across the ship. This is also the location for the magic carpet dinner that you can purchase. That is a specialty dining experience, but that will be down on deck number 5. So again, that moves between deck 16, decks 14, and deck number 5. We're going to continue to walk around here. Now these steps right down here will take you down to a smaller portion of deck number 15 that is a smoking area. So the smoking area does sit up above the pool over here on deck number 15. And you see to the right, there is an enclosed structure that is going to be an entrance to the retreat. So the retreat is of course the suites program here on Celebrity, and this is the retreat sun deck. So if you are staying in a suite, this is the area that you'll get to hang out. There's a nice bar back here, there's a place to grab lunch, of course a pool, a hot tub, and more striking views of the destinations that you're visiting while on board the Celebrity Edge. Coming back outside the retreat sun deck here on deck number 16, you do have the champagne hot tub. So one of them is directly here in front of us. The other one is on the other side of the ship. So you got those two hot tubs. They're very unique because they are cantilevered above the pool deck. You also have a shower up here as well as a men's and women's bathroom. So you don't have to go far if you need to use the bathroom when in the hot tub. We are now going to take the jogging track down here to deck number 15 to check out the rest of the ship. We just walked down that ramp and you do have ping pong up here on deck number 15 as we are walking more towards the back of the ship. You've got beautiful views of the pool deck. Of course, we will get down there shortly, but this once was the largest pool at sea. And of course, the iconic butterfly wings sitting right there at the front of the pool. You've got stairs to take you up to deck number 16 right there in front of us. We're continuing to follow the walking and jogging track. Now to the left, you will have glass doors that will take you into an elevator bank. So you can get to deck 15 here in the back towards the elevators. Deck number 16, the elevator does not go up there all the way back here on the back of the ship. So if you want to come up to 15, you then take the stairs up to 16. There's a lot of unique architecture as well as art on the ship. You can see this horse directly in front of us. And then we will pop up into the rooftop garden up here. Now this is an area where you'll have activities. There's a movie screen up here, so they will have movies playing throughout your cruise. And then there's plenty of places to hang out and sit. They do play things like pickleball up here in this small little area. And like I said, they will have a variety of activities up here during your cruise. Just past the rooftop garden, we do have the Rooftop Garden Grill. Now that grill is my personal favorite restaurant here on the Celebrity Edge. That is a specialty restaurant, so it is available for an extra charge. But think of it as a backyard barbecue. That's kind of the theme that they're going for in here. And let's take a walk back down these steps, and we're gonna go check out the very back of the ship. Now, as we keep walking, there is going to be a smoking area right here in front of me. We're going to continue to follow the jogging track to check out the other side, but that would be the smoking area that is all the way aft up here on deck number 15. As you can see, as we follow this jogging and running path, it does continue to go back around, and it will take you back up. So if you continue to follow it, there's a lot of deck space over there. There's lots of quiet spots to lay out if the pool deck is just a little bit too busy for you, and then you continue on your way up to deck number 16 without having to take steps. Now, at the very back of the ship here, we do have a men's and a women's bathroom. So you see those directly in front of me. And then this is going to be the sunset bar. And this one is a little bit smaller. Remember, this is the first Edge class ship. So there's some seating back here, but not many. And then of course, around the corner, you do have that smoking section. That was deck number 15. Let's go on down and check out deck number 14. We are in the aft bank of elevators up here on deck number 14. Now the very back of deck number 14 actually houses the buffet. So the Oceanview Cafe will be right through this corridor. Once you enter the cafe, you've got hand washing stations, scoops, which is of course the ice cream here on board that is complimentary, as well as a bar. Now there are plenty of selections of foods throughout this buffet, with the pizza, which I know is important to many, being at the very, very back of the buffet. There's plenty of places to sit, including you have al fresco dining found at the very, very back of the buffet. So you got beautiful views while you eat. We're gonna walk out of Oceanview, and now we are going to head outside onto the pool deck. And you have the most beautiful pools on the Edge class ships. Now, a new addition in the last couple of years that we didn't see on here when the Edge first came out was some shade. You've got umbrellas up here on the pool deck, which makes for a really comfortable day, especially on a sunny day like this. You have the beautiful pool area. Of course, you can see the cantilevered hot tubs all the way up on deck number 16. And then as we walk past the pool, you are going to notice that it is accessible friendly. So you do have a lift right there. And found at the back of the pool here will be the pool bar. So you can see this bar, it is closed right now because we are in port, but you got this nice bar with plenty of seats up here on the pool deck. A couple of additional places that I do want to point out. Now, if you go down these steps and to the right, you will have the cabanas. The cabanas are located just a few steps down off of the pool deck area, and they are available for an extra charge. Now, if you're thinking about getting a cabana, just know that they are different prices on port days versus on sea days. To the left, you are going to have the Mast Grill. The Mast Grill is another included restaurant that is burgers, hot dogs, and then you will have soft serve ice cream available there. Now, as we walk into the indoor pool area, this is the Solarium. The Solarium is the adults-only pool, but it is actually family-friendly hours right now because this is an Alaska cruise. So they will do that since it's kind of chilly or cold to be swimming outside. As you can see, you've got lots of beautiful places to sit. The towels are already on the seats for you so that you do not have to check towels in or out. You've got men's and women's bathrooms found here inside the Solarium, as well as showers, just to give you a really nice view of that pool. It stays nice and warm in here, and there is one big hot tub in here as well. Now, one other area that I have to point out is the Spa Cafe. We are right outside the spa, so this little eatery is included, and then you do have specialty juices that will be for an additional charge, but you can have breakfast or lunch up here. It's lighter fare, it's small plates, and the food is typically really good. If you're not super hungry, you don't want a really heavy buffet, the Spa Cafe is definitely a place to come and check out. So this is the indoor pool area here. There's still more to see here on deck number 14. As we walk inside, this is the forward bank of elevators. So there's two sets of elevators here on the Celebrity Edge, the aft elevators and the forward elevators. So we're here at the front of the ship. And up here to my left is going to be the spa. So directly through this hallway, you have the check-in area if you are going to utilize spa services. If you're in aqua class, of course, there's a lot of different rooms available to you back here. And then directly behind check-in up the steps is going to be Celebrity Edge's world-class gym. The gym has everything that you'd need for a full-service gym, including weights. You have Peloton bikes. You've got a lot of different workout equipment like elliptical machines. And they do have personal trainers on board for an additional charge if you would like to meet with someone. So that was deck number 14. Let's go check out the rest of the ship. We have made it down to deck number 5. Now, all of the decks between 5 and 14 are stateroom decks with the exception of deck number 12, which is where Luminae, the Suites restaurant, is located. Now, tucked away in the corner here on deck number 5 is your Captain's Club and Concierge class desks. So if you're staying in Concierge class or are a part of the Captain's Club, you can find assistance with those here. You've got entrances to the theater on either side of the staircase, but you do have men's and women's bathrooms located on this side of the theater. You've got, of course, the stairs to take you up or down. The Celebrity Edge Theater does span decks 4 and 5, so you'll have entrances into the theater on either deck. If you've never seen entertainment on a celebrity cruise ship, it is some of the best, and their theaters are so unique. You have a giant screen that wraps around the theater with plenty of seats located both on deck number 4 and deck number 5. I highly recommend checking out the shows here on the Edge as they are just awesome. Coming outside of the theater, you do have an area that does have some outer decks and promenade space, but there's not a lot of views found over here because the lifeboats are all located here on deck number 5. Let's take a walk to the front of the ship, and as we walk, we are now headed into the Park West Gallery. So if you are a collector of art, the Park West Gallery offices are located here on deck number 5. So if you're someone that has an interest in art, you can find them here during their office hours. This entire hallway is lined with art, but I didn't want to skip the club. We're gonna actually check that out when we get down to deck number 4, but that is the nightclub right over here. Again, it spans decks 4 and 5. We're walking through the hallway where all of the Park West art is housed, and we are headed into the Grand Plaza, which is, of course, the main area here on the Celebrity Edge. As we walk up here into the Grand Plaza, first you're going to notice Raw on 5, which is located here on the left. This is your sushi restaurant. So if you are a sushi lover, this is a spot that you can come and grab a nice lunch or dinner. It is a specialty restaurant, so it does cost extra to eat there. That's important to know when you're signing up for those specialty restaurants. We've got a nice view here of the Grand Plaza and, of course, the Martini Bar. There are shows each night here at 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. and you'll want to catch at least one of them. It's a light show, it's a martini show. The Celebrity Edge has some of the most talented bartenders here on the high seas. There's a staircase to take you down to deck number 4. We will get down there in a minute. And I did mention at the start of this tour the dinner that takes place on the Edge. If you do have that dinner reserved, it's going to be right outside these glass doors. You have a ladies and men's restroom right here as you come in. And then we do have a couple of shops as well as their specialty restaurant located in this vicinity of the ship. You've got Bulgari directly in front of us. To the right, you have the Fine Cut Steakhouse. So if you're a lover of steak, you'll want to check out the steakhouse here on the Edge. And then you have Cartier, which is right directly on our left. The aft bank of elevators is right in front of us, but we're actually going to hang a right and we're going to walk through this corridor here. You have a small area that's just a seating area that you can find here right outside the elevator bank. But we're going to walk through this rather iconic hallway. All of the celebrity ships have very unique hallways that started on the Solstice class, and they have taken it to the next level, or taken it to the Edge on the Edge class. We have now come into the aft section of deck number 5. You can take these stairs here to get to the restaurants. Now there are 4 dining rooms. We will see all 4 of them momentarily. There's a couple of other very important venues housed here towards the back of deck number 5. Blue is, of course, the signature restaurant for Aqua Class guests. So if you are staying in Aqua Class, this is where you can have breakfast and dinner. It is open for those 2 meal times. You've got a couple of fun seating sections here as we walk into Eden, which is an iconic venue located towards the back of deck number 5. You have a specialty men's shop located back here. So this is men's luxury goods. If you're looking to make purchases for the man in your life, you can do that here on deck number 5. Coming out of the Mankind store, you do have bathrooms here on my left. So you have a ladies' bathroom right there, and then a men's bathroom on the other side of it. Now through these doors, you will have some outdoor deck space, some actual great space with great views. And this is actually where the smoking section is located up here on deck number 5. So if you are a smoker and looking for where you can go to smoke, it'll be on that outer deck there. Now we are walking into Eden. Eden is part entertainment space, part restaurant, part dining. There's a lot to offer here in the Eden venue. Directly to my left, you do have the Eden Cafe. This is open for lunches, and they've got delicious food here. So you can see this is an open cafe area. It's got some al fresco dining, which is awesome. So through the doors back there, you can go outside and have a lovely meal on the outer deck. And then this area will be where entertainment will take place. There is a beautiful bar here, so you've got lots of options in terms to sit. And the open area directly in front of us is going to be Eden, the restaurant. This is a farm-to-table style, earth-inspired kitchen. It's an open kitchen, so you can see them cooking as you're sitting down there eating. It is a favorite for many people here on the edge, and definitely one that I'd recommend checking out. This is, of course, for an extra charge. There's a second level to Eden, so this is an additional seating area where you can look down and you can actually see the Eden restaurant, you can see the dance floor, the bar, and there are seats that wrap all the way along the glass. And I'm just going to say this, if you're taking the edge to Alaska and are not in an infinite veranda or balcony room, this is gonna be your prime whale watching spot on the ship. It's lots of great views back here from the very back of the ship and a beautiful venue with so much to do. We have come right down below the blue restaurant. So we are now on the aft or towards the back of deck number 4. Now here on deck number 4, you will have 2 of the main dining room restaurants. There are 4 restaurants in total with 4 different menus, twist on the different types of food. Cyprus is your Mediterranean option on board. All 4 of these are complimentary and included. Right across from Cyprus, you do have Cosmopolitan, which is going to be more of your American fare. And then you do have a staircase to take you down to the deck 3 restaurants. Now over here, you do have an entrance into the Celebrity Casino. So if you are someone that likes to try your luck in a casino, you can check that out while you're on board. But we're going to walk down the corridor here. Now, right down the corridor here on my right, you will have men's and women's bathrooms as well as an accessible restroom. So these are located right outside of those restaurants. You got some beautiful art, lots of great spots on this deck to take pictures. And then you do have the shops. Now the shops are closed because we are in port today, but you do have the first shop here with women's bags and different luxury goods. You got Sounds of Time, which is going to be your watches. You have your Effie boutique here on board. So these are your very high-end luxury goods. This area is called The Gem. Directly across from these shops in the corridor in front of me, you do have an entrance into the elevators, the aft elevators here on deck number 4. And directly in front of us, you have another entrance into that casino. Again, the casino is filled with a number of different slot machines. You do have different table games as well. So you've got a little bit of everything in here if you are someone that does like to take your chance on the slots. Coming out of the casino, we are now walking back into that Grand Plaza area. So again, this is the heart of the ship. Directly in front of us, you do have stairs that will take you down to the Martini Bar and the dance floor. So there's a number of different activities and things to do here around the ship. To my right, you've got a staircase that will take you up to deck number 5. Now in this corner over here is typically where they will clear out and have a green screen, and they will do a lot of fun pictures over here. So if you're looking to get photography done specifically on the chic nights or the dress up nights, you can do that right over here on deck number 4. The seating that you see is, of course, going to be Cafe Al Bacio. This is the coffee shop here on the Celebrity Edge. So lots of great teas, coffees, specialty drinks you can have, especially if you have that drink package. It's great to take advantage of. We're going to walk directly across from Cafe Al Bacio to check out some of the venues on this side of the Grand Plaza. You have yet another entrance into the casino and the casino bar. So there are some slot machines in here, And then there are some machines on the actual bar itself, but that is one of the many bars here on the Celebrity Edge. And right next to the casino bar, you do have Le Grand Bistro. So Le Grand Bistro is the French-inspired restaurant on board. It's French for lunch, and then at dinner, you can see these doors close, and it becomes Le Petit Chef. Le Petit Chef is a very well-known dinner experience, part dinner, part animation on your table. Your food comes to life with little animated chefs. It's definitely fun if you've got kids on board. You have a men's and a women's restroom right there in front of me, so right next to the restaurants. And then this is an extension of Cafe El Bacio. There are a number of different included snacks throughout the day here at Cafe El Bacio, including sweets, muffins, rolls. They've got little sandwiches at lunchtime. And then, of course, if you are looking to order a coffee or a specialty tea, you can do that up here at the bar, or you can sit down and they will come to you. You got stunning floor-to-ceiling windows here, so it's a great time to take in views on the lower decks while sailing around the world. Directly next to Cafe El Bacio, you do have the Celebrity iLounge. This will be your internet lounge. They do sell some things in here as well. If you need to buy an extra pair of AirPods or you're looking to buy a camera, they will sell those here and in the camera shop next door. They post their hours of operations. If you are having issues with your internet on board, you can come down here to deck number 4. The studio will be where you can come and check out all the pictures that you took, the photography that you took while on board. So if you want to buy pictures, you can do that here. They've got photographers that you can actually hire to take you around the ship and do pictures as well. And then the photo gallery is right there if you are looking for assistance or to purchase anything camera related. Directly across from the photo gallery is going to be Future Cruise. So if you are wanting to book another vacation while you're on vacation, you can do that here. Don't forget you can use your travel agent. You just have to give them your travel agent's information and you can book your cruise. Get the extra perks that the cruise line is offering you, all while using your favorite travel agent from back home. Attraction is the start of additional shops here on board. So this is going to be your cologne and perfume shop. And then you do have several other shops here. You've got the celebrity merchandise shop, so if you're looking for specific merch to the Edge or to Celebrity, you can find that here. And then you do have Spirited. This is going to be your cigarettes, your liquor. Of course, you can find that here in the Spirited shop. Directly past the shops, there is the main entrance into the theater. So of course, we did see the entrance up there on deck number 5, but there are men's and women's bathrooms here. And of course, there is a staircase to get up to deck number 5 if you do go in through this corridor and you need to get up to the deck 5 seating. Coming out the opposite side of the theater, you do have the meeting place here. So the meeting place is going to be a place where they've actually been showing movies while we were here in Alaska, but they'll do a number of different things in that small room. It's also the conference room on board. So if you're here for a conference or for business, you can find all of that there in the meeting rooms. This is the forward bank of elevators here. So right outside the theater, if you're looking for where the theater is, very close to the elevators. And then we do have the main entrance into the club. The nightclub is a multi-facet space. So you've got things like trivia in here. You've got game shows. You have different types of music in the evening, and you do have entertainment. They do actual production shows in this space as well. So this spans decks 4 and 5, and this is one of the most popular spots on the ship. Well, that was deck number 4. Let's head on down to deck number 3. We've come down one deck to deck number 3. Now, deck number 3 is cut up. The only thing in the front side or the forward section of the ship is going to be through these glass doors, and this is Camp at Sea. So this is your kids club or kids camp while here on the Edge. I can speak from firsthand experience that this camp is awesome for the kids. Celebrity runs a great program through these doors. If you've got kids coming on board this more adult cruise ship, they're going to have a blast here at Camp at Sea. So we were actually just on the other side of the Martini Bar. That is where the Camp at Sea is located, but you do have to go all the way down to the front of the ship to get into the actual entrance. So now we're here on deck number 3 and we're walking more towards the back of the ship. There are staterooms in between Camp at Sea and the Grand Plaza. Those can be found directly through this door right here. We're now walking into guest relations. So if you have any issues while on board, you'll find them down here on deck number 3. as well as a concierge desk and the shore excursions. So if you are looking for the shore excursions to book an excursion or a land adventure while you are on your cruise, you can come down here to deck number 3 and there will be someone here to help you. You've got the elevator bank right there, the aft elevators. Now we are going to walk down to the 2 additional restaurants that you'll find here on deck number 3. You've got some beautiful artwork here on the wall. Now, something that is super unique here on deck 3 is you can actually look through these spacers and see the hull of the ship. So that is pretty cool. That's one of my favorite parts of this ship. As we continue to walk down the hall here, you do have more staterooms through the corridors there. And then you've got men's and women's restrooms located right outside of the restaurants. Look at this very unique art that is on the wall. The 2 restaurants that are located here is Tuscan. Tuscan is, of course, the Italian-inspired restaurant. So right through there, you will have some Italian food. Again, that is complimentary here on the edge. And directly across from Tuscan is Normandie. Normandie is going to be your French-inspired fare, your French-inspired restaurant. So again, all 4 of these restaurants are open for dinner, and these are without a cost. So you can enjoy these specialty dining experiences in a non-traditional way while here on the Celebrity Edge. The last area of the ship is located here on deck number 2. You have a couple of very important spaces. The basement, which is going to be your teens club on board. So if you do have teenagers, this will be where they can come hang out. And then we have Destination Gangway, which is the location in which you will exit the ship. So this is your main gangway to get on and off the ship. Medical is also located down here on deck number 2, but that is the Celebrity Edge. Well, that was it. That was the Celebrity Edge. Let me know down in the comments below, have you ever sailed this ship before? What do you think of the ship? For me, this is definitely one of my favorites. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Jordan. If you're interested in booking the Celebrity Edge, don't forget to reach out to us at jjcruise.com. Until next time, see ya.